And there's a lot of.
But they probably
I agree.
Just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, we're ready. So good afternoon, everyone. I am going to,
We're gonna call the meeting to order.
good afternoon. I move to reconvene the zoning board of appeals meeting for September 19, 2025, at 2 p.m. call. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
And I vote yes. So, the first, I want to make a note that, that any motion to approve an application will be tied to the recommendations of the Department of Planning and Development and any additional conditions imposed by the board if applicable. Oh, yes, of course. First, we're gonna take the continuations and withdrawals. Well, you sort it out. Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, once again, I'm Chair and Steve members of the board. More for the record, my name is Sarah Barnes, I'm a partner at Los Decky Del Giudice Americas and Mercado LLP. I am here this afternoon, please respectfully requesting another continuance for item on page 12, 30225S. We've actually been working with the Department of Planning and Development for the past couple months, trying to reconfigure the parking for the project. Believe it or not, it's more difficult than it should be. I feel like it should be Jenga, but it's not. So a longer continuance is probably fine, Chair. I completely defer to the board.
Longer meaning,
I mean, if you want to, I don't know, it's standard 2 months, I guess.
yeah,
Okay.
is that
I
okay?
think that's fine.
Okay, so, application number 30225S will be continued until November 21st, at 2 p.m. call, and there'll be no additional notice.
Great, thanks so much.
Thank you, Chair. Nick Fatikas on page 10, 3 items. The continuance case is 17825S, 17925Z, 18025Z. This matter has been continued previously. There's some concerns raised by the alderman. There's also some ongoing review with staff. When we present, we hope to present to a 5-person board. We can take a longer continuance if it's available. December date is perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
If it works.
So items 178 matters 17825S, 17925Z, 18025Z will be continued until December 19th at 2 p.m. call, and there'll be no further notice.
Thank you.
Can I speak?
Not yet. Are there any other withdrawals?
Continue.
No. Wait a second. Yeah.
Madam Chairman, members of the board, I'd like to request a continuance. Mark Kupiec, I'm the attorney for the applicant. And this is the bottom of page 10, case number 23525Z for the property 3246 North Central. Madam Chairman, this is the first time I'm asking for a continuance. And to be honest, it's a contested matter. I've got some objectors that are signed in against me. And I would respectfully ask for a continuance later to give the time to fill that 5th vacancy, to give me a better opportunity to get my 3 votes.
Okay, it's perfectly, you're right to do so. And we don't have a full board. Do you want to continue till November or December?
I would defer to your judgment that what would be safer for me.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe December might be a better bet.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll continue that to, we'll continue.
Do I have the right to speak? It's because I've been coming, June 20 I came, and then, this one was supposed to, July 19, now was supposed to be this date, so I would prefer to continue to wait.
Are you the,
I am the
Did we have-
owner of house nearby to this field.
Can I have your name for the record?
Yes, Lupita Monserrat Excelmes, I have my registration.
Pardon?
I have my registration of it.
Okay, yeah, signed in. You're here with, well, so because we don't have a full complement on this, on the board, we have, we are offering the opportunity for any applicant to request to wait and to defer the, hearing to, until there is a time when we will have a full complement, and for that reason, we're actually going to go ahead and grant the continuance.
Okay, I understand.
Thank you. So matter 23525Z will be continued until December 19th at the 2 p.m. call, and no further notice will be given, so please make note of that.
December 19th.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish with the attorneys first.
Thank you so much. Katerina Carrick, attorney with Birchwood Law, here on behalf of the applicant for the property at 2254 North Evers Avenue. I think is the last matter of the agenda under continuances. It's 308-25-C. This matter was continued once between the applicant and the architect. We've had some scheduling issues, and we are asking for one more continuance. I did make sure that everyone is available at 2 p.m. for the November hearing. So if the board would allow us one more continuance, we would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so matter number 308-25-C will be continued to November 21st at 2 p.m. I have no further notice.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, can
my
you
name-
please give us your name and
Yeah.
address?
yeah, my name is Zehuan Song. My address is 2321 North South Street. I'm requesting a continuance for the two cases on page 11. 253-25Z and 254-25Z.
Is the applicant or applicant's attorney here?
The applicant's on the hallway, but I'm representing the
Oh,
alderman.
okay.
For the board.
Yeah.
The alderman,
Wait, can you just give your
Yeah,
name?
sorry. fine. My name is Isabella Correa. I'm representing Alderman Knudsen for the 43rd Ward.
I apologize. Could you spell your
Yes.
last name? I'm so sorry.
Correa, Corya.
I'm sorry.
We have been working with both the applicant and the neighbor for the last couple of months. And the applicant has met with the neighbor regarding this, and we facilitated those meetings. There have been conversations and accommodations made by the applicant to the neighbor to address their concerns that they have here today. The alderman is in support of this application and would like it to move forward at this hearing today.
Can I state my reasons?
She's
getting his attorney right now.
Yeah, we should get the applicant. Okay. Yes.
Have him spell his name as well.
Yes, could you please spell your name for the record?
Zehuan Song, Zehuan, last name is Song.
Can you just do it a little slower?
I've
please?
already registered as interested
I
party.
don't have that.
Okay.
Just.
Zehuan. Last name is Song, S-O-N-G.
Thank you.
We're just discussing the request for continuance right now. We
Oh,
call-
oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When I speak my reasons first because I just,
Sure.
yeah,
I think it would actually be helpful if we could just recap for applicant's attorney as to what we're here for. So this is matters 253-25Z and 254-25Z.
Yes.
He's an interested party who is requesting a continuance and we have the alderman's office is here.
Yes.
As,
Okay.
yeah, the Alderman's office has expressed to us the amount that there's been conversations back and forth and attempts to deliberate.
Yes.
yes, first I'd like to say the first outreach from the Waterman office to us to schedule a meeting was last Friday. And the first meeting we had with the applicant happened 2 days ago on Wednesday, 4 p.m. At the Waterman's office. And at the site, I was provided a new site plan by showing both my property and the applicant's property side by side. That was not available on the hearing packets, not anywhere online. And this new site plan shows more detail about the potential impacts of light, privacy, and to my property. Therefore, just given 2 days between receiving that plan and today's hearing, I have not had a fair opportunity to evaluate all the alternatives or proposed conditions. Therefore, I request a continuance.
Is this something new that, was this in the original application? I mean, the application that we have? that
There's been no
was-
change to the
There's
site
been no
plan.
change.
There's been no change to the site plan, no change to anything submitted to the zoning board of appeals. We are prepared to go to proceed on the documents that we submitted originally to the zoning board of appeals. There was a continuance 2 months ago for this matter. Furthermore, I have provided public notice with my name and number attached to it. There is a public notice sign that has been on the property with my name and number on it for probably close to 6 months now.
So we're not gonna grant the continuance, but we will have a hearing, so you will be able to speak at the hearing.
So I just want to emphasize this plan was not available to me until Wednesday. It wasn't available online. You can double check.
As I understand it, it was in the application packet, which means it was online.
No, it was not. I checked the applicant packets.
This is not,
I-
this was provided to you for demonstrative purposes for our meeting. It's not the plan that we are going ahead with. The plan that we
Oh,
are
okay,
presenting
Excuse
today.
me, just. Okay, thank you. Can you just communicate directly to
Yes.
the board as opposed to each other? I'm ruling that we are going to hear the matter. You will be able to present your objections when we hear it, but this right now is just whether or not we're gonna be doing continuances. The matter will be heard, so it will not be continued.
Okay, and I'd like to present this.
Not now, wait till we
Okay.
hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other continuances requested or withdrawals? Okay, Victor?
Your chair, going slightly out of order, case number 379 and 380, 3954 to 56 South Wells Street. Yeah, it's on page 8.
It was,
I would go and check and see what they have.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so may I have the witnesses or applicants raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the matters discussed here, that your participation will be truthful in the matters discussed here? And also, while I have you, can I have the applicant and witnesses affirm that the application that's been submitted is still true and correct?
The application has been submitted, it's still showing.
Okay, so can you introduce yourselves?
Yes, for the record, my name is Eric Dantzler, last name spelled D as in David, Antzler of Bronzeville Development Group.
And you are?
Brian Friedman, Third Ward Alderman, Pat Dowell's office.
So, you want to explain to us what you're doing?
Absolutely.
It sounds like-
So, as you can see in the photos, this would be one of the other exhibits along Princeton. We are looking to reduce the setback from the required 20 to 3 feet to allow for off-street parking behind a new proposed 2-flat that's going to be constructed.
Just any questions from anyone on the board?
I did have a question. Did I see correctly in the packet that there had been a citation or something
Citation?
for building code violations?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay. No, I thought it was odd too. I think it might have been a box that was checked incorrectly, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just.
not aware of that.
It's a vacant.
That's
Yeah.
what
It's been vacant.
I think I saw that
for
too.
years.
I hear that. I know, that's why I was confused about the check mark, so, that's helpful.
All right, well, if there's nothing further.
And you're in support, sir?
Yeah, so again, my name is Brian Friedman, representing Third Ward Alderman Pat Dowell's office. We've worked with Mr. Dantzler on multiple development opportunities throughout the ward. He is a ward resident, and we're very happy to support his project. Much needed development on a street that doesn't have that much housing on it already, so infill some of those vacant lots. We ask for the board's support.
Thank you. We will, thank you very much, and we will consider this.
Thank you for your time.
Getting slightly out of order. Case 38425S 1801 South Prairie and 38525S 1811 South Prairie.
May I have, all of the, witnesses and the applicant raise your right hand, and, do you attest that that you will be providing factual information during the course of this hearing? And as well as I would like to, ask the applicant and witnesses to affirm that the application that's been submitted is still true and correct.
Yes.
Counselor,
Yes,
can you
good,
introduce your witnesses and?
I absolutely will. Yes, good afternoon, board. Lenny Asaro, I'm a partner at the law firm of Faegre, Drinker, Biddle and Reith. Happy Friday to everybody. I'm here on behalf of my client. It is a land trust. The primary beneficiary is the gentleman next to my left, Farzad Moinzadeh. He is the owner of the property at 1801, 1811 South Prairie. And next and to his left is our expert witness, Jason Jarrett of Okran Kissel, who everybody is familiar with. That's the introductions.
Okay.
Again, for the record, Brian Friedman, Third Ward Alderman Pat Dowell's office.
Do we have any questions? Anyone on the board?
Or I
Could you give
assume
us
the
a-
Alderman's office is here in support of the,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah. So this is just an application for special use. They're two separate properties. It is a special use to convert an existing 4-story office building to single family residence. That's for 1801 South Prairie, and then for 1811 South Prairie, it's an application for special use to convert an existing 3-story office building to a single family residence. This used to be the headquarters for the U.S. Soccer Federation. We submitted our plans as well as elevations and the expert report in support of this application, which the board has. And we would just ask for favorable support. I want to just make a point of thanking the Alderman's office. We worked closely with the Alderman's office, and Brian and I were conversed a lot and appreciate our client actually working with the Alderman's office as well on this particular matter. This is going to be a terrific, beautiful restoration of these two beautiful properties on Prairie. And I want to thank staff too, Fernando and everybody else for helping us get through this process. So
And this is actually a restoration to its original use.
right, that's correct. Yes,
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, we'll take the matter under advisement.
thank you. Have a good weekend.
Going back to regular order, the next 8 cases, 36925S, 3725Z, 37125Z, 37225Z, 2652 West Madison, 37325S, 37425Z, 37525Z, 37625Z for 2656 West Madison. Yeah.
Okay. Can I have all the witnesses and the applicant raise your right hand? And can you attest to the fact that your testimony today will be truthful?
Yes. Yes.
And also, while you're here, can I also have you affirm that the application submitted is still true and correct? Counselor, can you introduce your folks?
Yes, so again, for the record, Nick Fatikas from the law office of Sam Banks. Here on behalf of the applicant, Sage Ventures Holdings LLC. That entity owns both subject properties at 2652 and 2656 West Madison Street. One of the lots measures 49 feet wide by 125 feet deep. The other measures 51 feet wide by 125 feet deep and both are currently vacant. The applicant is proposing to develop each of the properties with a new 4-story, 8-unit residential building. In order to permit the all residential design, the applicant is seeking special use approval for each property because both are located in a B3-3 zoning district. The lots are also located within 202,640 linear feet from the CTA Green Line Station in California. That qualifies the lots as transit served, which means the pedestrian street guidelines apply. So in order to better match the character of the surrounding area, the applicant is seeking variations to actually increase the front setback beyond the 5-foot limit imposed by the TSL guidelines, and that's to 6.08 feet and 5.67 feet respectively. Also increase the off-street parking from 50%, which is 4 parking spaces, to 8. And then because we're able to provide one-to-one parking, we're asking to reduce the bicycle parking to 50%. So trying to offset the standards that are imposed by the transit served location ordinance. We are able, again, for both properties to maintain one-to-one parking. And that's really kind of our pitch for not having the bike parking on site. We do have 3 witnesses on behalf of the applicant, Mr. Julian Serrano, our project architect, Conrad Ning, and our MAI appraiser, Terry O'Brien. And with that, we're happy to answer any questions you or the board members have.
Can I just confirm that the applicant has read the recommendation of the Department of Planning and is fine with that and accepts the recommendation?
Yes.
Thank you. Are there any questions from members of the board?
I had one question. If you could just very, very briefly address the reason for the reduction of bicycle space.
So it's really offset by the parking, the ability to add more parking. So in most cases, 50% parking is the rule, but then you have to offset the parking reduction with bicycle parking. The technical requirement is a trigger from TSL, but we have 8 parking spaces. So in theory, we actually don't believe we need any dedicated bicycle parking to offset the vehicle parking that we're able to provide. A lot of parking, I'm sorry. So really, it's just, it seems a little bit unnecessary because there's nothing to offset with a vehicle parking reduction to add more parking. Still, in the spirit of TSL, we're going to provide what we can, and we can get those 4 spaces on site.
Anything else? Anyone else? Thank you. We will take this under advisement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Next case, 37725S, 1802 to 56 West Lake Street, 204 Northwood. Yeah.
Oh, I always do that. I have it on.
Okay, so could we have all the witnesses and applicant raise your right hand from that your participation in this hearing will be truthful? And also, if I have to, yes. Okay. And also may I have the applicant verify that also attest that the application submitted is still true and correct?
Yes.
And also, while I have you here, have you read the recommendations from the Department of Planning?
Yes.
And do you agree to the recommendation?
Yes.
Counselor?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair and members of the board. Rolando Acosta here on behalf of the applicant. Here with, yes, I will. Here with me today is Craig Veselik, Veselik. He is the president of the applicant. Mark Schwammel, SCHAWAMEL. He is the architect for the project, and Peter Poulos, who is our MAI appraiser for this project. Before you today is a site that is bordered on the south by Lake Street, on the east by Wood, and on the west by Walcott. You can see it up on the screen. It is somewhat paved area, mostly to the west of it. And on the east end, adjacent to Wood, there's a vacant one-story commercial building. The proposal, it is in PMD 4A. The proposal will have all incurred improvements on site demolished and construction of a new 71,000 square foot approximately complex that will contain a 55,000 square foot air-supported dome that will be used for sports, basketball, volleyball, pickleball, and the like for indoor activity. And then adjacent to it on the Wood Street side, a three-story building that will house the ancillary spaces such as the lobby, restrooms, locker rooms, a small concession area, and seating areas for members who wish to watch or parents who wish to watch the sports, as well as on the third floor, offices for the operation of the facility. We have 33 parking spaces on site, which we believe will satisfy the demand by the typical capacity of this facility. They are located off the alley immediately to the north. And we have 43 bicycle parking spaces that you can see aligned to the eastern portion of the building. And then east of that are two handicap parking spaces that are included in my 33 parking space count. The applicant operates a similar facility in Lisle, Illinois. The facility has about 57,000 square feet. It's known as the West Suburban Sports Complex, has operated for a number of years, so they have experience in this type of operation. As part of this facility, they've also established a not-for-profit foundation, the CVC, 3 initials, Cat Victor Cat Foundation, that will provide year-round programming, training, after-school programs, tutorial services, and other programs for at-risk youth in the neighborhoods, and also will collaborate with also not-for-profits in the area to bring in their services as well as their population to also take advantage of this new indoor sports facility. The facility will obviously offer, and aside from that, space for recreation by members of the public, training, sports leagues and the like, and host tournaments within it. It will be open 7 days a week. Sunday through Thursday, it will be from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, it would be 6 a.m. to midnight. They will employ approximately 50 employees overall. Peak employee count is likely to be 15 employees during peak times. The site is transit served to 2 train lines, the Ashland and the Damon CTA lines that run along Lake Street. The Ashland one providing green and pink light services, the Damon one providing just green line services. They also have 2 bus lines, Ashland and Madison, that are within the requisite distance. On Walcott Street, actually, if you stand on Walcott Street and just look directly due south, you see the front entrance of the United Center. So it's about 3 blocks north of the United Center. This site has been underutilized, I'll call it, for quite a number of years. It has similar commercial facilities in its immediate vicinity, including a brew pub and some venue spaces to the east. We've gone through an extensive review by the Department of Planning and including the Department of Transportation in that review. I believe they have a favorable consideration. We've also submitted 3 letters of support from area community organizations, the West Loop Community Organization, the Chicago Urban League, as well as Casa Central. And with that, we will make ourselves available for any questions the board may have.
No.
Very well presented.
Thank you.
Answered every question that I had before I got to it, so, yeah.
Okay, so we'll take the matter under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Next case, 37825S, 4702 West Irving Park Road.
Give me 1 second.
The way I see it, you boil
So,
He-
introduce yourself as your purpose here today.
Rolando Acosta. I am here to assist him with translation from English or Spanish to English and back and forth. Although he speaks some English, he's not 100% comfortable with it. And I'm bilingual, so I figured I'd help out.
So can I get you both to raise your right hand and to attest that you will be telling the truth here?
I will.
Okay. And Council, will you, or Mr. Acosta, will you swear that you will accurately translate from Spanish to English and from Spanish to English and English to Spanish?
I do.
Thank you. Okay. This is so first, can you raise your right hand?
Okay.
And swear that the matter before that right hand. And
Yeah. So my name is Roberto Hernandez. I'm owner and
Espérate que te haga la pregunta. Wait till she asks the question.
So I'm asking you to swear that and attest that you will be telling the truth at this hearing.
yes.
Okay. You understand?
That part I think you understand.
Okay. And can you also, there is a, well, we have, and also we do have a letter of recommendation from the Department of Planning. This is for a hair salon.
Yes.
Yes. And do you have experience? Can you tell us your experience?
Yeah.
Si quieres, sigue. Si
Yeah.
entiendes.
My wife, she's a cosmetology license. So we wanna run the business together.
Mhm.
So but she's a cosmetology license. So
Any questions?
Did you submit an application for this matter?
He did.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Did you through
Can you
translation?
translate?
Yeah.
Usted sometió una aplicación por
yeah.
para esto.
Mhm.
Sí.
And is everything in that application still true and accurate?
Y todo lo que dice la aplicación todavía está, ¿es verdad?
Sí. Yes.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Thank you. Gracias. We will take this under advisement.
Thank you.
Next three cases, 38125S, 38225Z, 38325Z, 310 West Huron.
Cat was left here. Does anyone belong to this cat?
It's a Savannah Bananas hat. Good hat. Savannah Bananas.
It's here for the taking.
It wasn't him.
I was here for this morning. I had it on the way out. It's not my hat though.
I just put it
All right, so can I get everybody to, who's a applicant and witness to raise your right hand and attest that that whatever you say today will be truthful at this hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. And also to, can I have the applicant just attest that the materials that were in the application are still true?
Yes.
Where you are, okay, looking for the applicant. So Counselor, can you introduce your folks and?
Absolutely. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Katie Janke-Dale from the law firm of DLA Piper, located at 444 Westlake. We represent the applicant in this matter, 320 Huron LLC. I'm joined today, I'm gonna go start on the left with Zeph Solomon, who's the representative from the applicant, Heather Faircloth directly to his right of Papa George Hames Partners, the project architect, and right next to me, Toby Sorensen of CASE Chicagoland, who submitted the land use report in connection with this project, and I believe the CBA is familiar with. The applicant is here today seeking a special use to establish residential below the ground floor or the second floor in a proposed 9-story mixed-use building, and then 2 variations, one to reduce the parking and one to reduce the rear setback. We engaged extensively with the Alderman Riley, as well as local stakeholders in this area, that is River North Residents Association. And Alderman Riley, I believe, has submitted a letter of support of our proposal. Alderman Riley also helped us get the word out about the proposal by distributing it through his newsletter and as detailed in the application materials, we are providing this open space, which was very important to the community. And we wanted to make a note on the record that that will be maintained by the property owner going forward. With that, we are available for any questions that the board may have. Thank you.
So, has the applicant read the recommendation from the Department of Planning? And can you tell me if this varies from the request from the alderman? The alderman had submitted a letter saying that he had included some language.
That's the open space, the maintenance of the open space going forward. And that's, yeah, we agree with that as well.
And is it included now in the application, or is it included? How do we know that that's
Yeah.
part of the agreement?
Absolutely. We're happy to, we mentioned that we would state it on the record. He put it in his letter that is now also in the record. We discussed it with staff, whether or not it was appropriate to put it in an AZBA documents. And they said, you know, it's probably more appropriate for the how we handled it with both his letter and me saying it today.
But there's no disagreement with
No,
it, so it
not at
doesn't matter if we.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think legally we're required to do it anyway, but our understanding is that they've had issues in the ward with privately owned, publicly accessible open space not being maintained to their
Yes.
standards. So we wanted to make it very clear by including it in our
Yeah, I
testimony.
think the issue was really also since it's being used for staging to make sure it doesn't,
Yeah.
that it's properly maintained.
Yeah. We've gone through
Yeah.
that in detail and we'll continue like we always do everywhere, but especially in the 42nd ward to coordinate construction staging with the ward office.
Okay, any other questions? Anyone else? Okay, and we'll take the matter under.
Thank you.
Next two cases, 38625F, 38725Z, and 38825Z, 3333 North Damon.
Musical chairs here.
Good afternoon.
Thanks. Okay, so raise hands. Thank you. You swear that I know there's probably language to this, I'm sorry, but I'll get it down eventually. Do you swear that your participation in the hearing today will be truthful?
Yes.
Thank you. And do you have, and also can you attest that the application as submitted is still true and correct?
Yes.
And one more thing before we go to your attorney, if I may, I just want to make sure that you also have seen the recommendation from the Department of Planning and agree with that and will follow it. Okay, Counselor, introduce your folks and carry on.
Sure. To my left is Toby Sorensen, our expert witness. And Taran Yan represents the ownership group. For the record, my name is Timothy Barton with the Office of Thomas R. Raines, Attorney at Law LLC. I'm here representing Trays Inc. Incorporated, the owner and operator of the Four Trays Tavern at 3333 North Damon Avenue. Four Trays is a classic neighborhood bar located on the corner of Damon Avenue and Henderson in the Roscoe Village neighborhood. There's been a bar at this location since Prohibition, so it's a popular location. Four Trays itself was established here in 1968. The applicants bought the tavern last year. The tavern is in a B3-2 zoning district. It currently operates on the first floor of the mixed-use building that's on the front of the property, which is on the right-hand side in this photograph. And there is an existing brick garage building at the left in the picture that on the back of the lot. So together, these two structures basically fill up the entire lot line. The applicant is seeking the special use to expand the bar area into this brick building at the rear. The majority of the work will be interior renovations and the enclosing the gangway between the two buildings. There are also two variations being requested. One is the variation for the setback from 2 feet to 0.42 feet. That's to accommodate the gangway, the new structure, though that setback will be the same as the setback on the two larger structures. There's also a second variation for the elimination of the outdoor trash enclosure due to the fact that can't be provided, given that this is a lot line to lot line development. And I think with that, that's our description of the property.
Where will the trash receptacle be? The waste receptacle?
So, do you want to answer?
Sure. The waste receptacle is in the alley, just adjacent, like just across the alley from the building.
Is that common on that alley?
I'm sorry?
Is that common through that, some
Yes.
blocks, it's very common.
Yeah, no, it's not blocking anything.
And how often will you have that picked up? Just.
Currently, we're having it picked up, I believe, 3 times a week. Based on volume, it'll go
So
up.
you just-
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just there today and it's perfectly clean and empty.
Any other questions? Thank you. We'll take it under advisement.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What happened to you?
Round them up.
Outside again.
Oh, outside. Oh, round them up.
Take that one.
Nothing like live streaming. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Going slightly out of order. Case number 28225S, 1842 West North Avenue.
What was your name? I'm sorry. Last name. I got you, okay.
282.
Hello.
Can I get the applicant and as they raise your hand, do you attest and swear and attest that the whatever information we provide today will be useful?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank
Counselor?
Good afternoon.
Yes, sorry, what? Also, can I can you affirm that the application as submitted is still true and correct?
It is.
And also, have you had an opportunity to review the recommendation from the Department of Planning?
I have.
You agree with the recommendation?
I do.
Okay, Counselor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Zubin Kamula, ZUBINKAMMULA, of the law firm Sybil and Moses here in Chicago, appearing on behalf of the applicant. To my immediate left is Steve Gogolab on behalf of the applicant. It's a GOGOLAB. And Jason Jarrett with the firm of Otrant and Kissel, and he has been retained to be our land use expert. The applicant is seeking special use approval to allow for the establishment of an outdoor patio on the second floor of an existing restaurant. The restaurant is Edda and has been there since 2018. Because of a relicensing, we have to get new special use approval. The restaurant offers rustic Italian, has been well received. We didn't receive any objections. We also conferred with Alderman Wagasback's office with 32nd Ward. They don't have any concerns about granting the special use or the subsequent application that will be made for the outdoor patio. Happy to answer any questions that you may have, and thank you for your time.
Excellent
restaurant.
Thank you.
No questions.
Thank you. We'll take this.
Thank you very much.
Next two cases, 25325Z, 25425, North Boston.
Okay, so, all right, we're gonna,
So for opposition, what do you need to just have you sit on the side?
thanks, thank you.
Does that?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
This is for the applicant side.
Okay, can I have everyone including Mr. Sung, right?
Yes.
Can I have all of you, please, all the applicants and the witnesses, please, and anyone who wants to testify, please raise your right hand. Do you affirm that their participation in the hearing today will be truthful?
Yes.
Thank you. And for the applicant, can you affirm that you have, that the application that was filed is still true and correct? And we are dealing here without any special uses, so that's it, thank you. Counselor, it's all yours. Can you introduce your witnesses and
Yes.
applicant and carry on?
Thank you once again for inviting us to speak on our variation application for 2323 North Halsted Street. For the record, I am Tom Pekarsky of the law firm of Gordon and Pekarsky, representing this matter. Joining me is Jonathan Leopold, who is the applicant, owner, and resident at 2323 North Halsted Street, and Eric Navoa, who is the project architect with Reno Ogden Architects. We're before you this afternoon with a textbook example of why variation relief exists. The subject site, and if we could flip to the survey page. To the survey if possible. I think that's the site plan. The subject site is improved with a 100 plus year old row house on a block dominated by row houses. The lot itself, the subject lot itself, is only 16.67 feet wide. It is only 79.25 feet deep on the north boundary and 95.9 feet on the south boundary. It is attached, it had the single family homes on either side are attached as well. 0 side yards for the majority of the structures on the street. It is bordered in the rear by an angled alley that cuts the lot into an irregular shape. Mr. Leopold seeks to construct a 1-car garage with a rooftop deck at the rear of the property. The property has sufficient room for a 1-car garage only if it is located at the longest part of the lot, which is its southern border. If it were to, a garage would not be possible if located anywhere else on the property. A garage ordinarily is a permitted structure, even one built to the property line. But because of the shortness of this lot, it infringes on the rear setback. So again, this is a classic case for variation relief. Therefore, in order to build any functional enclosed parking lot, any functional enclosed parking on this lot, we must request side and rear yard setback variations and a variation to locate the required rear yard open space on top of the garage roof. Nothing can be built on this site, or no additional buildings can be built on this site without seeking variations. So any improvement of this site from 100 plus years ago would require variation relief. This is a similar lot configuration to our neighbor to the south, which also provides a garage on the southern border. And it would, as a side note, it was designed by the team who is the architects for this garage today. Further, as part of this development project, but not as part of the variation, we will be removing a second floor rear deck that currently overlooks both our yard and our surrounding yards. We will be removing that from from the existing house. That's not part of the subject matter. But I'm anticipating that at some point, the argument will be made that we will be, that this new rooftop garage will be infringing on the privacy.
You'll be able to respond to that if we hear that.
Okay. The proposal has received the support of our neighbors to the north and 2 doors south at 2319 South Halsted. And Sharon is here today as a supporting witness. We have negotiated with our neighbors to the south to address their concerns by including increased noise and visual buffering. And Alderman Knudsen's development staff has reviewed the project and is here to speak, has issued a letter of support and is here to speak on the subject as well. And for these reasons, we ask the board to vote in support of the requested variations, and my team stands for questioning.
And as an interested party, you are able to present your concerns, and
Yes.
also you are able to cross-examine the witnesses.
Yes, can I present my exhibits? That was only made available to me on Wednesday, 2 days ago, so I cannot submit it before the deadline.
Objection.
We can't take them, but you can speak to them if you'd like.
Yeah, so I'll describe my specific. Okay, so first, my name is Hwan Song. I'm the south about neighbor of the subject property. I live at 2321 North Halsted. I object to eliminating the required 2-foot side yard setback. First, for the following reasons. First, the unique hardship has not been shown. An irregular lot and angled alley do not necessitate a near zero side yard with an occupied rooftop deck at the shared line. There are feasible alternatives existing that keeps the minimum setbacks, such as we can adjust the deck size in the first floor or reduce the width of their walkway to the north side of the garage. We could also use the space to angle parking. So the space is angled, just like what my garage has. So the required City of Chicago space, it can be used as an angle, which will so they will have a narrower width of the walkway or a narrower staircase for the garage. So I believe the feasible alternatives has not been explored fully that would facilitate such aggressive reduction in the setback towards my property. And process-wise, after the July hearing, the applicant next contacted me last Friday. Also, it was the first time I heard from the ward office 1 week ago, and to request a meeting at the ward office. And at our only meeting happened so far was on Wednesday, 2 days ago. I received the first side-by-side dimensioned plan showing both lots, their applicant's lots and my lots, leaving only 2 days for us to review. Therefore, I requested a continuance at the beginning of this session.
Well, as to the document.
Were you done?
Yes.
Oh.
As to the documents, we discussed this before in the discussion about the continuance. This application has been filed for months. The documents have been available online for since that time. I have lettered notice and posted public notice with my name and number on it available for discussion. We were at the hearing 2 months ago when the continuance was granted with no interaction. And we do, John, what was the, John Leopold provided the objector with a copy of the plans, and what was the date?
It was in June 16th, I believe.
As to the unique hardship of the land, I think it's a fundamental misunderstanding of hardship from a legal perspective. It's hardship is in the land, not in any personal preference. And this is a clear case of a anomalous piece of property. I don't think there would be anyone who would argue that a property 16 feet wide by 79 feet deep is not unique in the city of Chicago. And for those unique situations, that is why variations are provided for when a property is unique. So the uniqueness of property is hardship of in terms of zoning context is in the land, not in any kind of personal preference. And I think we probably need Eric our architect, Eric Novoa, to speak for a couple of minutes regarding the siting of this property, the siting of this garage and the necessity for it being placed where it is. But just before we go to Eric, I would like to note once again that the applicant has a garage of recent vintage located on his south property line with a rooftop deck included on it.
The applicant or?
Excuse me, the objector. But I think it would be probably most illustrative to have
Okay.
our architect,
Can-
Mr. Novoa.
Just before we do that, let's just hear the one more thing he had to say and then we can respond. to it.
Yes, so first, my garage was built according to the zoning laws, so the required setback was preserved. It wasn't no variations was part of this. Because of this reason, to retain the setback, our garage has a corner cut off to conform the requirements. So we did not have any precedent of this case.
When was it built?
It was before I purchased it, so
2018. Okay.
yes. So I have some more questions to ask the applicants. Can I do it now or later?
Do you want to respond to why don't you go? We should finish. I think we should finish over here.
Okay.
Yes.
So right now, the way this plan is presented, we tried multiple ways to get the garage into this tiny lot. And this is the only way we can get the car in there. With this plan, we actually seek a code alternative for it, for an approval from the city of Chicago, and we got approved. This is due to that on that parking lot, the front of the car, actually, the area height is only 5 feet. So it's already kind of like a special case by itself. And so when we built the neighbor's garage, 2018, they had the luxury of having a longer lot. So we were able to squeeze in the car there diagonally, no problem. Diagonal car basically eats more length. It's gonna be longer. And at that time, city of Chicago do not consider, because the stair of their garage is actually on the rear yard setback and the side yard setback. But at that time, the city allows us to do that for access to roof deck garage, which they don't now. So that's kind of like the big difference. But in technicality, their stair, the whole 3 feet stair is in the rear yard setback and side yard setback. Same thing, because for us to build their garage, we also have to go to the lot line on the south side of their property. Yeah.
Okay, you have something else?
Yeah, I have more questions.
Are you done with your presentation? Are you will be able to do rebuttal?
The Alderman wanted to submit a letter from and to the board today, that outlines a bit about the community process additionally. I can speak to it as well.
Go ahead.
Right, so we originally received an objection following the letter going out, the certified letter going out in the mail. And when we received that, that is why we requested the continuance at the July hearing. Following that continuance, we did request that the applicant meet and engage with the neighbor. And after it was getting close to the date, so they were able to make contact. So they did ask that our office facilitate a meeting, and we then had that meeting this past week. And during that meeting, we negotiated with both parties to create a list of accommodations to reduce the privacy and noise considerations that the neighbor had. And the applicant fully agreed to all of these items, and they are willing to work with the applicant moving forward. The accommodations that were made is that the applicant will be adding additional acoustic dampening along the southwest corner of the brick parapet wall. The applicant will place tall plants and planters along the south parapet wall of the rooftop space to mitigate noise and increase privacy. The third accommodation is that waterproof coating will be painted along the wooden fence that falls along the property line, just to ensure that no water damage occurs, because the brick wall would be in close proximity due to being on the line as well. The applicant also agreed to work with the 2321 North Halsted owners throughout the project's execution to ensure that they agree with the choices and materials as well as the plans that are going to be used. They do retain the right to refuse specific requests if they are made, but they have to comply with the spirit of that request. And then the final item was that the applicant will provide a contact for someone that's going to be on site daily that can be contacted in the event of any issues during the construction time period. While we understand that the neighbors still chose to object following this negotiation, we feel that we are at a much better place than we were before, and that the concerns that can be addressed have been addressed by the applicant, and that this lot is a very abnormal size. It's very Lincoln Park of it to be an abnormal size, and we see variations here a lot. We think that these considerations will, and these design changes, which could not be submitted in the plans today, will make a big positive impact for the southern neighbor.
Okay,
Madam Chairman, before we proceed, there was an additional interested party who signed up. Sharon Derling, she had submitted in it days in advance.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize you were the other interested party. I thought you were going to be speaking as a witness, but you're welcome to also.
Okay, I'll just stand here and address you then.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm the neighbor who owns the 2319 North Halsted lot. I purchased it 34 years ago, and I and the Dinner Leopold family have been basically the sole long-term homeowners. There are a lot of renters coming and going, and I was real excited. I'm just here to say, I favor the project, and I would hope they would put up and kind of would add to our block and our back, the ambiance of the whole neighborhood in the back alley. And I would hope that they would get that. So I just am here to say I don't object to it. And I own the property on which the objector's line has a quite new garage. And it's right on the lot line. Huge. It's very, very big patio. It's lovely. Overlooks all of my property. And I don't make any complaints about that. That's people can see into each other's lots, and that's Lincoln Park, so. I'm here for any questions, but there probably are none.
Okay, thank you. All right, so if you have something new to bring to the table?
I have a few more questions.
Okay, so this will be your last presentation, but go ahead, you can ask your question.
I got a few more cross-examination questions to ask applicants.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so first, let me clarify first. So I, Isabella from the woman office said applicants told them that they tried to reach out to me since they could not get in touch with me since the July hearing, which was false because I last received a text message from John Friday 1 week ago, asking us to have a meeting at the board office. So the narrative of they cannot reach out to us is how they have my number and they text me in June and they can, I'm at home most of the time, so they can always ring my doorbell. Okay, so that's first clarification on the mail. And then two more questions. So I want to ask the applicant, what is the distance from the nearest point of your proposed rooftop deck to my main residence building? And what is the current requirement by the setback?
I'll have my architect respond for me because I don't understand these things.
I don't have that number right now, but we don't normally measure the neighbor's house. So I don't know. It's basically, right now, there is an existing second floor balcony in there, which is in close proximity of your house. We're taking that out. So in theory, we're actually making it better because there's that second floor balcony actually have a roof. So we're taking that down. We're just doing a first floor deck. So in a way, we're making the space clearer.
Did I answer my question?
But
Can
why
we, can
is
we go
that
to the site
relevant?
plan and so the I just want to point out the distance after the garage is built is half of the required setback.
This is,
Sorry, I'm Dr. Denner. I'm the owner of the property with Dr. Leopold. So if you do want to testify, we'll just swear you in. I just wanted to.
Do you want to testify?
Sure.
Does she register for it? Sorry.
She's the
She's the owner.
She's the owner, so
She's the owner. of
your
the
next door
property.
neighbor.
Yeah, I know, but the owner,
Been
I
less than
didn't
several
see
years.
that on the applicant sheet, which is fine, I'm okay with that.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth in this matter?
yes. Could you provide your name as well? Shira Dinner.
Say it again.
Shira, Shira, Dinner, Dinner.
Okay, so let's finish with them and then we'll continue.
Yes, my second question to the applicant or architect is, what code compliant alternative have you drawn? And why were they each rejected, such as narrowing or relocating the stairs, adjusting the garage width and depth, porch reconfiguration, angle parking, reduce the width of the walkway, and why were they each didn't work out? And why it has
Because
to,
it's not feasible. It's a tight lot and car needs to turn to get in there. As of now, I don't think, you have to be an expert driver just to get into that garage. It's not an easy way to get in there with this configuration, but this is the only way we can get a car in there.
Eric, just to highlight again, you had to receive special approval from the city even
Yes.
for this configuration.
Yes, we have a alternative code approval that was approved by the building department for the height of the front part of that parking lot to be only 5 feet. So we got approval for that, and even with this configuration, we actually have to have some code revised already for us to be approved.
Do you have a different question?
yes, so actually, let me answer the architect question first. In fact, after they gave me the site plan on Wednesday, that showcases both our garage and their garage. This is the exhibit I was going to present today, but being denied. So let me describe, I drew several rectangular shapes, same size as demonstrated in the architecture plan for my garage, which an angled parking with a narrower walkway to the side of the garage could conform the variation without reducing the setback to my property.
Sir, are you an architect?
No,
Just asking
but
what
this
the
is
expertise.
basic geometry, and I
Well,
started physics.
Objection, objection.
Okay. Sustained. Okay, so
I have more questions.
they're new questions.
Yes, yes. On page 9 of your application, you stated that, page 9C3, you guys can look at the application. But you can remember that. You stated that need for a garage is mandated in this neighborhood. So may I ask you, does your north neighbor have a garage? How is this mandated?
My north neighbor does not have space on his lot for any configuration whatsoever because of the angled alley. I'm sure they would love to have one if they could, but it's not feasible and it is feasible for us.
And in fact, they don't park back there because they have not even a percentage of the room necessary to park. So if you're going to, if you are going to park in the rear yard, it's logical that in an urban setting like this, you would want enclosed parking. And then enclosing off the yard like that is actually a benefit to our neighbor as it provides additional safety to him. Right now, it is open to the alley. It's a pad open to the alley for anyone at any time to be able to enter and exit.
Okay,
I have one last question.
yeah.
So in your application page 11, C55, it said the proposal will be neutralized throughout the parking area. The home good and the much desired garage will remove 2 cars off the street. But is this a 1-car garage or 2-car garage? How do you park the car right now? How does that remove street parking?
We can park 2 cars in our back space right now. We
Yeah.
will not be able to do so once.
Yeah, so why do you remove 2 cars off the street?
We'll be removing 1 car off of the street.
But you already parked 1 car there, so there's no net impact. Now, no
And we-
removal, no addition, maybe addition, because you can squeeze in 2 cars with the new garage, only 1 car.
We may choose to use that space as living space.
We got the point.
Yes.
That's all my
Did
question.
you? Okay. You're
I'm
done?
done, yeah.
Thank you. Did you want to? Did you?
I mean, I'll just make a brief statement, which is that we did contact you on June 11th. We did provide you with the plans at that time. So to allege that we did not provide them is not correct.
I did not say did not provide, I said did not provide.
Wait.
We did not reach out to you further because you responded to us with insults. That is how we felt. When we were instructed by our lawyer to attempt to contact you again per the alderman's suggestion, that was when we did so. In terms of privacy, your rooftop deck looks directly into my minor children's bedrooms. So you are doing nothing to protect the privacy of my children. So I find your concerns hypocritical. As has already been stated, this is a reality of living in the city in close proximity to each other. You have a fence that goes to Sharon's property line. And I've heard her complain about the fact that your fence is causing water damage. So we all have these problems. I'm just trying to appeal to you as a neighbor to be reasonable about what the feasibility of the situation is. And to provide safety for our children and for our car, not having garbage in our back area. It has been so far that we have even seen a man defecate in our back area. So to have a garage would provide us security.
Okay. Are
Clear,
there, we're,
I did not build that fence. The fence was
It's-
built before.
You're done with your testimony,
Yeah.
sir.
We've
We've
heard
given
it.
you
She
the
was-
time that you.
that was,
Any questions?
no, it wasn't a new question. She was just rebutting what you had said and that was allowed. Is there anyone else who had, I think everyone else testified who said they would, so we'll take this matter under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Victor, it's letter, we can't put it in record. Yeah, we can see that.
Last case, 27025S, 27125Z, 7225Z, 3601 North Cicero.
And this also, does this have, this has a. Rogers, none of that, parties, I didn't see any. I didn't see it on the, I didn't see any. Oh, wait, there was.
So I know who you are.
Sorry.
I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, all of the witnesses and the applicant and anyone who's gonna testify, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it's cool. Okay, and let me, there is Okay, a couple of things. Can I have the applicant, attest that the, application as submitted is still true and correct?
Yes, I do.
And also for the special use, have you, seen, have you seen the Department of Planning's recommendation?
Yes, I did.
And do you agree with it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Counselor, introduce your folks and carry.
Thank you, thank you.
Give us a.
Madam Chairman, members of the board, my name is Mark Kupiec. I'm the attorney for the applicant. And I have with me here today as part of the team, I've got Chris Thomas to my left on behalf of the applicant. I've got Ani Tipnis, the project architect. In the back row here, I've got Kevin Matre and Ross Burke from Mackey Consultants. They are the civil engineers that worked on that site plan that was submitted and referenced in the recommendation letter. And then at the end, we have Joe Ryan of LaSalle Appraisal Group, our expert witness. Joe had submitted a report that was included with our application. So that's the team. Okay.
Yeah, Mr.
Let's go.
Joe knows the routine.
Joe knows the drill.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, first, so you are an interested party objector, as I understand. Can you give us your name and address?
Brian Steinman, and my property is at 4747 West Patterson, Chicago.
And your objection?
My objection is,
We should have him.
I have three,
He's in
but we spoke and
I'm sorry.
Sorry, hold on one second. Could you give us a summary of the?
I sure can. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good point.
You would, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We'll
get to you.
Sure. And here I forget the procedure. The summary.
30 minutes, 30-second summary would be great.
Good. Do the summary first and then the recommendation from the DPD.
I already asked about the recommendation.
Yes.
So all I
Oh.
need now is a summary.
Oh, okay. All right, and it was a favorable recommendation.
Yes.
Yes.
Good, thank you.
With some conditions which I asked your client to.
Exactly.
Me too.
That's why we got the civil engineers, just in case, because they did that site plan that was referenced in the
Right.
in the letter. Good, thank you very much. One project, premises using a historic street address of 3601 North Cicero. Although, please note, it really it occupies the whole block from the corner of Addison all the way to the next block, which is Patterson. So a bit of a large site, but historically it was 3601, so that we used for convenience. And the proposal is the special use, at least, is to establish a gas station. The B3 zoning district, gas stations allowed, but only as a special use, and that's why we're here, and you've seen a lot of gas stations, all right? A gas station also has a mini mart, which is customary now with new gas stations, and also adjacent to the mini mart, we've got some tenant retail spaces. Again, we've got that block long property, so we want to utilize it a little bit, so we've got some tenant spaces. I also note, just the Nile notes and your agenda notes, this is a transit served location within 2,600 feet of the rail station, so that actually enters into things because it causes us to also ask for two variations. So in addition to the gas station, we've got two variations. First variation, application to allow the building facade to be greater than 5 feet from Cicero. We've got 8.6. This is a rather new provision in the code where if you're within so many feet of the rail station, all of a sudden you have to address these pedestrian street criteria. And we're here to address them. But I did want to mention that in the list of business and commercial uses, there's a whole list of uses, vehicle sales and service uses, not only a gas station, but used car lots, RV and boating storage, vehicle towing, car storage. All these uses need driveways, and none of these uses can meet those pedestrian street requirements. So along with these gas stations, you see a lot of variations only because the gas station doesn't lend itself to this pedestrian street. And now with it extending to any TSL location, most properties on an arterial street are a TSL. So the variation is nothing special. That first variation, again, there's an irregularity with the sidewalk. And so we were not able to put that building within 5 feet of the property line, so we're 8.6 in order to leave the existing sidewalk where it is. And the third case is also a variation, and it's a variation of one of the pedestrian street standards. Because we do in fact have driveways, and you need driveways for a gas station. And actually, in this case, after we've talked to other neighbors, the driveways are a good thing here. Because the used car lot that's been there most recently actually appears to have had alley access. Which we've talked to some neighbors and they were happy that we're not asking for alley access and better that we have the driveways. And I will note, even though we front on 3 streets, we're only asking for 2 driveways, not 3. And of course, like all special uses, we had an intake process before filing, and it's a thorough, extensive intake process. And of course, the city reviews your plans, makes suggestions for improvements, and we did in fact make several changes during the course of the intake process. So it's the revised plan that's before you today and referenced in the recommendation letter. So quickly on the site, corner of Cicero and Addison. The Sanborn map and actually some city records show that there was historically, a long time ago, a gas station on that corner. Okay, it shows up on Sanborn, and there's some city records about the underground storage tanks. One of the neighbors told us there was actually a second gas station across the street where the smoke shop is now. So historically, there's been gas stations at the corner. Again, a B3 zoning district, which you need for the special use. It's been a used car dealer. Not an enhancement in neighborhood. New gas station should look much, much better. I did note Cicero is a state highway. Limited number of Chicago streets are a state highway. If you're talking about north-south streets, I mean, the main ones are Harlem and Cicero. So state highway, pretty good spot to put a gas station. Gas station, mini mart, pumps are described in the site plan.
I have a.
Yep.
On this drawing, is there a second story here, or is it just a facade?
A good question, Ani, would you state your name and address, business address?
Ani Tipnis from Atul Karkanis Architects. It's just one story. It's just to hide the mechanical units. We've raised the parapet. Height of the building is about a little over 25 feet. But it's single story.
We're gonna go to the objection.
Well, I'll finish off quickly.
Okay.
This will be a branded station. They've got a couple of companies in mind, but a little premature to cut a deal yet because obviously we don't have permission. One thing I noticed, not only is this Cicero Avenue a state highway, but this stretch of Cicero Avenue has a number of auto-related uses. Not only the used car lot presently on the subject property, but up and down Cicero, there are auto repair shops, auto supply stores, car washes, one across the street on Cicero, one across the street on Patterson. So a lot of auto-related uses for this strip of Cicero Avenue. So car washes, like that, a gas station is very compatible with these existing auto-centric uses. And even the retail uses are a little auto-centric because Kitty Corner on Cicero and Addison, there is a 24-hour McDonald's that operates with a drive-through, which operates with a special use before this board, case number 22901S. And south of McDonald's is a KFC fried chicken, also with a drive-through approved by this board, 21398S. So this stretch of Cicero rather auto-centric, and the gas station fits in. So I think that's our overview. I will mention, we did have a community procedure. Originally talked to the alderman, originally had a community meeting before we started to get some ideas. At that point, we went ahead to the plans. Of course, the gas station has an intake process with ZBA for your rules. And it was an intensive, thorough process, which we did and revised our plan accordingly. And then after we filed before the first hearing, the alderman actually asked for a continuance and asked us to do a community meeting because there were some questions. The alderman leafleted before that community meeting, and we had the community meeting and answered the questions that were asked and before you today. So that's the overview.
Interesting.
So I have a couple questions about, so the current use of this property does have alley access, is that right?
They've got the metal barrier, but there's a couple of breaks in the metal barrier where they've got chains, so it would have, I'm not familiar with the operation, but it would appear that there's.
There used to be, or like
There
there being.
used to be, or there could be, you just open
Looks
it,
like a driveway.
chains.
Looks like there's a garage.
And there is a garage.
Okay, so, but then the way that I'm looking at the site plan, it's there, that alley access will be blocked off, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and there's fencing along that line, is that,
Be a solid
Yes.
wooden fence, 6
It's a
feet
solid
tall,
6 foot high wooden fence.
okay,
which the city asked for, by the way.
okay.
Yeah, and it'll run from Patterson to Addison, all.
The entire length of it, okay, so there won't be any breaks in that fence?
The only break is at the northeast corner where the garbage enclosure is, it's set back.
Here.
Yeah, I see it there.
So-
So then on the Patterson side, for the garbage
Yeah,
access,
so. where the
there's,
garbage-
is there a gate there?
Yeah.
Get people talking.
Oh, sorry.
So-
Here, I'll finish my question and then you can answer.
Slow down.
So the garbage enclosure on the Patterson, at the corner of of Patterson and the alley. Access to that enclosure will be gated, is that correct, on the Patterson side?
On the Patterson side, it'll be, the fence will carry on.
Okay,
Then there'll be an opening on the alley side.
okay,
So the garbage truck can access the dumpsters. And then there'll be a fence again.
okay. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Stegman, it's all yours.
Oh, okay, so. Had a few objections and, one of them was, we spoke earlier, so we. Cleared up a few things, but one of them was, having the garbage on Patterson, even with the front of the houses. On Patterson. So you could see where the garbage is located now, it's a straight shot with all, even with all the houses. So you kind of see that from the front of the houses. That's all 4 stores. It's not 1 store of garbage, it's 4 stores of garbage with maybe a grease receptacle and other things that might not be so nice to smell, or to look at. But they said they were gonna put up a block wall and some fencing, I don't know, if that'll do it, but that's the plans. That was concern. The other concern was the noise. And I asked for something more than just a 6-foot fence, maybe an 8-foot. Or something, a block or something that would block, would help with the noise and the lighting, garbage that can blow over. It does get windy there and stuff can easily blow over a 6-foot fence. And then my last concern was a major concern of safety for the alley. Even though they don't have access in the alley. My concern is that when you go to one of those stores, you might park on Patterson, which I'm sure people will be doing. And then Patterson ends at the cul-de-sac. And there's no way to go except through the alley to get out. So now the alley's become a street. And people will zip down there. There's been accidents there before. It's a T alley. And there's always something going on in that corner. Where the T meets. So I think as time goes by and people see that that's an easier way to get into the gas station. Because if they're heading south on Cicero, they can't get in to the gas station without going past it and making a U-turn, blocks down, and then coming back. Plus, and also with Addison as well, I don't think that they can turn in. I'm not sure if that'll be a legal turn or not. To get in if you were going east on Addison. I'm not sure if that would be a legal turn in there, so,
Legal turn into the gas station?
yeah, from going east, Addison. I don't know if you might be able to, but I think the going south on Cicero, I don't think you'd be able to, I don't think it'd be a legal turn into the gas station, so more people will be using that. Patterson to go through the alley to get back around to Addison to get in. That's my concern, so. Yeah, and then having just that Patterson end and then that end, forcing traffic through the alley.
Would you like to respond?
Yes, you would. Thank you, Madam Chairman. Ani, we're gonna start with you. This first item about the trash receptacle. Could you respond to his comments about the trash receptacle?
Yes, the trash is 6 feet high again. The dumpsters themselves will have lids, so there'll be no exposed garbage. Collection for the garbage will be 3 times a week, so it's constantly getting cleaned. The walls surrounding the dumpsters, if you look on sheet number, I believe that's A 5.1, yeah, A 5.1. You'll see that the trash enclosure matches the building from the outside, so it's masonry.
Oh, so it is actually.
It is actually
It's
masonry.
a masonry built. Okay.
Yeah, so the inside will be concrete masonry, on the outside will be stone and brick, so it matches the building. So that's addressing his issue about the trash enclosure.
Are the tenant spaces being built out so that the restaurant would have a hood and have
Right now,
be
the
cooked?
tenant spaces are not being built out. They'll, if they're built out, it'll be under a separate funding.
And if they're built out for restaurants, one of the questions I heard was about having
So
storage.
it's most likely will be exhausted through the roof and not on the side.
And what about the
Grease.
grease disposal?
So
Thank you.
there will be an underground grease interceptor installed.
Oh, okay. So there will not
it'll-
be grease disposed of in the area where the garbage is.
It'll go through an interceptor that will be installed underground somewhere in the parking area. On that side. Yeah. The back of the.
And Ani, with respect to the brick on the outside of the trash receptacle, did the city specifically request that the change
Yes.
to put brick?
Yes.
Good. All right, so that's the trash receptacle. Ani, you've done other site plans for gas stations, restaurant drive-throughs, similar vehicle-related uses.
Yes.
So you're familiar with this solid wood fence that we're doing alongside the alley?
Yes.
And when you design these other projects in the city of Chicago, how tall is that fence usually made?
They're 6 feet usually.
And we have 6 feet on this one.
Correct.
And that's on the site plan that was recommended by the city.
Correct.
Can you speak to the questions raised about access in and out of the gas station, traffic wise?
So the gas station access, there's only 2 ways to get into the gas station.
And before I start, Madam Chairman, if I could mention, as part of our intake process, Nancy with the gentleman from landscaping, and we're doing landscaping, as you see, which is not existent with the used car lot. So some neighbors were happy with that. But also CDOT. CDOT's very involved with the process, maybe the most important part of the process. And during that intake process, they've looked at the site plan a couple different times, especially with a lot of input on the driveways, where we've got 2, not 3 driveways. So we've done that exactly as and during that process, Ani Collectors, our CDOT never had a question about traffic on the site or traffic flow. So for what that's worth, I mean, but CDOT's had a good opportunity to look at this. So Ani, would you give your perspective?
So we have a 24-foot driveway in and out on Cicero and a 24-foot driveway on Addison in and out as well. So just one way in and one way out.
And did CDOT recommend any restrictions in terms of direction?
No.
Did you have anything? else?
Yeah, and Madam Chairman, I might add, this cul-de-sac on Patterson, I don't know the history, I don't know why there is a cul-de-sac, but but it's there.
The space you can turn around it.
Well, no,
Is that true?
not really. You have to come back out. Although the car wash directly across the street on Patterson actually has two driveways, one into his building, one into his backyard. So I mean, there is room to pull into a driveway and, pull back out onto Cicero if you want to. But I mean, that's just an existing feature. We certainly had no part of it, and we do not ask for alley access, so we're not contributing to what we feel any traffic problem there.
Good.
So let's have a question. Is it legal to turn left or east when you're heading south on Cicero
Yes,
into
to my knowledge.
that? Was it legal to turn into what they're proposing and the?
You have to ask them, not me.
Into the driveway. Is that a legal turn? A legal left?
I just read.
Yeah, I'm not.
Kevin, would give your name and address for the record.
Kevin Mantray, Mackey Consultant, Civil Engineer. You need an address? Yes. A left-hand turn, although might not be easy in that location, is permissible. There's nothing that would restrict a left.
So you could go over a double yellow.
There's a left-hand turn lane there as well. I would imagine that someone would get into the left turn lane and then turn across the 2 lanes of traffic when there's a break.
That's illegal.
That is absolutely legal. Yeah, to turn into a driveway off of a street is legal.
That I understand, but when you get closer to the stoplight on Addison and Cicero, that might not be. I've never seen anybody turn in like that.
Like I said, probably not an easy movement, but not illegal. If they were to restrict that, they would restrict it at the driveway itself, not on the lane of traffic.
I have a question. Did you say that there's a left turn lane? at
I think
Addison and
traveling
Cicero?
south on Cicero.
To
there's a
turn onto
left-
Addison?
Yes,
Okay,
and that storage of that left turn lane backs up further than our access.
okay.
So someone could sit in that turn lane
And turn
and turn.
either way. Do you have anything else?
Is there anything that can be done to avoid people who park for the stores on Patterson to go through the alley to exit instead of like a normal street going through or?
That appears to be a pre-existing condition. So the cul-de-sac that you're referencing is actually on the east side of the alley for those residential homes.
Correct.
Anyone that's turning onto Patterson currently either has to do a 3-point turn to exit or they're using one of the alleys, correct? Yeah, so it's not a situation that we're creating, nor are we providing an access off of the alley. So I don't think we're promoting or contributing to traffic down that alley. At least we don't want to be.
I'd encourage you if that's probably a question for your alderman.
We would mention, we do have on-site parking spaces, and this is also a transit served location. So as time goes on, hopefully more and more people in the neighborhood walk there, take bikes, et cetera, et cetera.
Clearly for the stores and not for the gas.
Oh, right. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Thank you very much.
All right, anything else? Okay, well, thanks, under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
So how was the first day?
Well, I'm learning the language. Okay, so I move to, adjourn to closed session. And so to, yes, seconds. Yes, Alderman Staley. I mean, Alderman, what am I saying, Commissioner?
I did catch that. I'll take it, that's fine.
Commissioner Soto.
Yeah.
No, thank you, I'm Ellen. Commissioner Staley second is a yes.
And I, as I. Okay, sorry about that. Closed session.
Legal speak,
Uh,
legal speak, repetitive. You have it, cadence down.
are we ready?
good.
Okay. So, I move to return to open session. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, I move to approve any matters not wait a minute, not already, what? No, I'm going to approve all withdrawals and continuances, requested the dates previously stated. Yeah, okay, Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, so now we will go through the items, correct? I don't have to do this in the order that we heard them, right? I can do it in the order of the agenda. Okay. Okay. I move that we approve items, matters 36-9-25S, 370-25Z, 371-25Z, 372-25Z, 373-25S, 374-25Z, 375-25Z, and 376-25Z. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Matter is approved. I move that we approve matter 377-25S. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve item 378-25S. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner Staley, McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
And I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matter 379-25Z and 380-25Z. Commissioners Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matter 381-25S, 382-25Z, 383-25Z. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matter 384-25S and 385-25S. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matters 386-25S, 387-25Z, 388-25Z. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald.
Yes.
Commissioner Staley.
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matters 253-25Z and 254-25Z. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve item, matter 270-25S, 271-25Z, 272-25Z. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
The matter, I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move that we approve matter 282-25S. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move to approve. I move to adjourn the meeting. No, I move to approve written decisions containing facts of findings of fact consistent with the votes of the board for the previous month's meeting. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Staley,
Yes.
Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, the matter is approved. I move to adjourn the meeting. Commissioner Soto seconds, Commissioner McDonald.
Yes.
Commissioner Staley, Commissioner Soto.
Yes.
I vote yes, we are adjourned. Whew.
I did that a little too enthusiastically with that.